Hello folks, Alex here from Dispatcher.org, and I want to present today the new features that we added to the website. The new features are going to be basically under control estimation. So if you go to control estimation, um, of course you must be not logged in to access those. You log in, and then if you go under control estimation, you will see that now we have this form that allows you to enter any flight, and not just that, say that you want to predict what's a control you're going to get from Los Angeles to San Francisco in 15 minutes, and that puts you in a sort of a approximate flight time, start time of Sunday at 12:43. This is local time, so you can always, add an offset to that, and then automatically will show you what hour you will be falling into. This is again local time, and you can also switch between departure and arrival. So let's say that I'm going to request the estimation there for that configuration. Then it shows you that um, for Los Angeles to San Francisco, which is in here, um, this is the breakdown that gives you of controllers that are going to be uh, maybe in charge of your route during your flight. And as you can see, break is down by departure and route and arrival. And what you're getting here is portions of the flight or segments of the flight segments with the most likely controller in charge, or most likely, or with the controller with highest probability to be online, stay online for that flight segment. In this case, for instance, Los Angeles Tower says that there's 64% chance that it's online. It's actually probably online. If we take a look at it, in Vatsim radar, no, it's not online. What is online is center. So that's another thing that right here, if you see this pulsing dot, it will let you know that there's a controller uh, for that segment that is online. So you will have control. In this case, it's not tower, but it's rather center, which is the second uh, controller uh, in that could be in charge of that flight segment, or the second highest probability controller for that segment. As you can see, if you click any of the bars, you'll get a breakdown of all the possible controllers that you might have in that segment and their probability to be online or to stay online in case that they are already online. Right, so as you can see, for the en route controller, you have Oakland Center is not so likely to be online, and that's the only controller that it will be in charge of that portion of the flight. And similarly for arrival, you have all the controllers that you're gonna be in charge of those segments also, and you get a nice breakdown of all the controllers and the likelihood to be stay online. Um, as you're probably already familiar, you can go directly to the Vatsim radar and check each of the uh, airports, and also you can um, sim brief, go directly to sim brief with the two arrival and departure airports prefill in the form. It also shows you, of course, the expected control time overall. So this is saying that for half of the route you're going to have uh, control. Uh, so that's pretty much it. You can, of course, change the um, switch quickly between departure and arrival. You can also select something else, of course. Say that, by the way, I'm going to show you maybe I'm interested in that same flight, but maybe in 8 hours. And so if you request, it will show you the breakdown for that. So that means that for if you leave at today at say 8:30 my local time, the probability of local departure or arrival, excuse me, is 32%. So and you can play around with that and see what priorities you get. And so all of this is again real time uh, estimations, and so and of course you can have maybe longer flights, say San Francisco to London, and in 10 hours, maybe not in 10 hours. So you have this is a way longer flight, and you can see that it gives you the breakdown of all the controllers that could be in charge. And for all of those, you can always click um, in any of the bars to get extra information about that particular flight segment. So that's pretty much about this web page here. Um, Again, feel free to play around with it. Um, I also added these tips on top, so random tips for you to sort of understand what's going on maybe in this, to help you understand a little bit, although it's not too complex. Another thing is that we added for the flight recommendations that you request in the usual recommendation section. For any given flight, now we added a button that says control details, and that for instance, I think there is a huge event now going in Brussels, 12 hours or so. That's why you see that a bunch of them are here recommended. But as I said, you have control details here, um, and you can click on any of those, and they will take you directly to the page that we just talked about with the breakdown of the estimated control time. So it automatically will fulfill the departure arrival, and it will automatically kick off a request for that. So you can have this nice breakdown. Go back, say, let's pick another one, say Edinburgh. I think this is Edinburgh, or maybe not, I don't know. To Brussels, control, and it requests, and then you see a breakdown there of the controllers, across your flight. So pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. As I mentioned, we added some tips, not just in the control estimation webpage, but also in the recommendation webpage. You will see now some tips pop up in here as well.